What's up, guys? This video is going to be over kind of my past experiences with what I've done for tattoo removal. I do want to apologize that this video took so long to get up. I've had a lot of things going on within the past month, so I do apologize that it's taken so long. If you guys can see, I got a co-host here with me today. We got, kind of being shy, Luna. Hi. This is Luna. No, not off of Sailor Moon or anything like that. It's actually Luna off of Harry Potter. The cool little chick in it. Weird chick, as you can see. Weird. Got a weirdo here. Anyways, I'm going to try to keep this video kind of short. Like I said, I do apologize it's taking so long to get up. With that being said, I told you guys I was going to have a video of my first celebration attempt, which had my bleach burn follow-up in the same day. I do want to apologize. I actually do not have that video footage. I recently built a new computer and I lost all the video footage that I had for that. It was even already cut up into the segments that it needed and everything. I just didn't have an intro for it to kind of talk over things. So I do apologize that I lost that video for you guys. Sorry, I just ate. But my second celebration attempt I do have. It's rather boring and pretty stupid, and I got longer hair in it a little bit, and I got kind of a mullet going on, so I apologize about pretty much everything. So anyways, I'm gonna kind of explain to you guys what I did for my celebration and bleach burning initial stuff. That way I can kind of fill you guys in the gaps. What I did is I went out, bought some supplies. I ended up trying to use like a thicker type of salt to start off with, and it wasn't working out, so I went ahead with house salt, and which is what you would want to use. And I bought a sanding block. I bought like a really dense sanding block. That way I could use it to wrap the gauze around and put the salt on and apply it and everything like that. So what I did was I had the sanding block. I shaved my arm, cleaned it, everything like that. Took the sanding block, wrapped gauze around it, got it wet, put salt on it, and started scrubbing away at my arm from there. I didn't have any success, so I ended up moving on to bleach burning, and I did the celebration for probably about an hour and 15 minutes, something like that, hour and 15 minutes. Something around that amount of time, because I popped in a movie and was watching the movie while I was doing it. And when I was doing it, I was focused on going really, really fast. I was trying to go really fast doing it, and so that was that attempt. And I went ahead, like I said, following up with bleach burning. And this was really stupid. Don't do it. Don't use bleach. You know, you could definitely hurt yourself. If you get bleach in your bloodstream or something like that, that'd be horrible. Really bad for you. But I did it, and I was actually an idiot, and I did it again after that. But I'm going to explain this to you real quick. What I did was I took a glass bowl, filled it up with bleach, cut myself a long strip of gauze, probably about that long, and I put on some gloves, and then I soaked the gauze in the bleach, and then I draped it over my entire arm. I let that sit on there for quite a while. Well, not quite a while. Let that sit on there as long as I could, and it started burning almost instantly, like, because it was just drenched in bleach and just kind of soaking in my arm there. It ended up hurting really freaking bad, but I did it as long as I could, took it off, rinsed my arm off, put it back on, redid it, blah blah. Did that probably about like 5 times, and then I was an even more idiot and tried doing the celebration on top of it. So on top of my arm, because it actually ended up going kind of numb after a while, but during the process, before it got to that numb point, it was pretty damn painful. This is what it felt like. It felt like first I had needles pricking into me, really hardcore, really deep, searing hot needles. That's what it felt like. And then it got to the point where my skin started tingling really bad. And then it got to the point where it started feeling like my skin was literally boiling. It felt like my skin was moving. It felt like it was just bubbling up. Obviously it wasn't, at least not to my naked eye it was not, but that's what it felt like, and it was horrible. So like I said, I was an idiot and I tried doing celebration on top of it. Didn't work out, so I just went ahead and put salt all on my arm, covered the entire thing, and I wrapped it up with gauze, and I left it on for about 15 minutes because I was too curious. Took it off, checked it, and then I did it again for another hour, took it off, checked it, then I did it again for another hour to hour and a half, something like that. Then I took the salt completely off and then just wrapped my arm for the night and left it as is. The following day, when I took the gauze off to check it, my arm had bright red. I don't know if that was from the salivation, I don't know if it was from the salt, I don't know if it was from the bleach. But I had bright freaking red arm going on up and down my arm. And I had, at the time, I thought, yes, you know, like, this something's happening to where I'm going to see some results, whatever. But then at the same time, my arm hurt like a motherfucker. It was completely swollen. My wrist was inflated, my hand was inflated, my knuckles all joined together because it was swollen so bad. This is actually the shirt that I'm wearing right now. This is what I wore when I did the bleach burn. You can see I got a handprint here because I thought it was cool when I got a splash on it and ended up changing. I was like, heck, I already ruined the white beater, so I might as well just have fun with it. But anyways, my arm was completely swollen. It was so painful, and it was like to the point where it was like bulging up. My arm was huge. I could push down on it, and it would take probably about 30 seconds for my arm to form back to place from where the indentation was. And the pain was so severe that on my way to work, because I would walk to work some days, the wind alone would hurt my arm. Just blowing on my arm, it would hurt. So that tells you how badly, it hurt. That'll give you a general idea. And I ended up actually getting a really bad infection in it, and I ended up going to the doctors and getting some antibiotics. I did take really good care of the arm because I didn't want to get an infection, but it ended up happening anyways. But after that, after it healed, I was stupid and I actually did the bleach burn one more time. I did a smaller section. I cut a strip of gauze from here to about here and laid it on this top part. Obviously nothing really happened much with it. And then from there, I let it heal up and I did the salivation attempt that I'm about ready to show you. Now, if I forgot anything, which I probably did because I'm trying to go quick over this for you guys, that way I'm not killing up your time, because I believe the other video is about 15 to 20 minutes. But if I forgot anything or you got any questions on it in general, go ahead and ask me. Like I said, I do apologize. I think I have a couple pictures I'll go ahead and post up of some of the process, but I do not have any of the videos. I just have a couple pictures, that's it. So I do apologize, and I thank you guys for watching. If you got any questions, feel free to ask. I'll try to remember the answers from the past as best as possible. But any more than that, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry this took so long to get up. Hopefully I'll be doing the second TCA application on my chest within the end of the month or at the beginning of the next month. I might do my arm. I'm not 100% sure yet, just because that one is taking a little bit longer to heal up completely 100%. So I'm still debating on it. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys have a good one, and take it easy. Hi there. Today I'm going to be talking to you about my process and showing my process, a little bit of it at least, of tattoo removal through salivation. I will say that I have attempted this once and I failed, so I did something even stupider, and I proceeded to bleach burn my tattooed area and create a scab, and then a few other things. But the process, part of my tattoo did peel off, but it was due to the fact that there was a scab so deep that it peeled off bits of my tattoo. It was extremely painful. Afterwards, I had intense swelling all up my arm, lumps of swelling around my arm, and I also had my knuckles and hand was completely swollen. This is the tattoo that I'm going to be attempting. It's a religious tattoo. I don't want to get rid of it, but I'm trying to get in the military, so Anything bigger than your hand is too big, according to the new military policies. As you can see, it's about a letter and a half too big, but there's no point in getting rid of part of the tattoo and not all of it. I mean, I will start off with trying to do part of it more than likely and proceed from there if I'm able to be successful or not. But yeah, you can see that. I don't know if you can see that too well, but part of the tattoo actually did come off some. You can see it's blotched, and you can also see a lot of scarring going on. So yeah, that was my mistake. I was stupid. I shouldn't have done that. I did not read that anywhere online to do it. It was just my own mind thinking, hey, if I can get a bleach burn that's deep enough, I would just basically peel off the skin, which is true, but there's way too many risks with that. And I'm very lucky to have not gotten any bleach in my bloodstream or anything like that, thank God. I did end up getting an infection and I had to take antibiotics. My arm smelled really bad. It was pretty horrible, and it was pussy and yellow, and ugh, the pills tasted like shit as well. Alright, but anyways, back to the topic. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be taking gauze, wrapping around my fingers. Last time I did it, I've wrapped it around a sander block, because it was fairly dense and I couldn't find a wooden block. This time I'm going to do my fingers. I feel like I'll have more control over that. I'm going to proceed a little bit differently. Hopefully my method works. We'll see. But anyways, I'm going to shave the area. What you're going to need: some shaving cream, razor. This is a really cheap razor. Hopefully it ends up working. I also bought antibacterial soap. Had this since my last use. I've got Morton iodinized salt, table salt. I don't know if there's a difference between having iodized salt or not. I just went with iodized because I knew that, I guess, it has properties in it that people aren't fully aware of yet that are supposed to be beneficial, so hopefully it works in my favor. I have got some Curade non-stick pads. These are 8 sterile pads, 8 inches by 3 inches. There we go. I'm going to use that to hopefully cut it and cut them into pieces that I need and use that to cover my bandage or my wound. And I also got a Johnson & Johnson's medium rolled gauze. There's 5 sterile gauze in here. They measure 3 inches by 2.1 yards. I'll use that to wrap up my area that I need. And I also bought some Neosporin 24-hour infection protection plus pain relief. Right there. This is a 0.5 ounce or 14.2 grams. I'm going to use that to hopefully prevent myself from getting another infection. I did use this the last time. I had bought some last time and I still ended up getting an infection. I took really good care of my wound. I washed it with the antibiotics, bacterial soap quite often. I was really careful with it. But who knows? I did something wrong, obviously. First step was using bleach. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the video. I'm going to go and shave the area real quick. Okay, so I've got the area shaved. The razor that I used was really cheap, so if you can, just use a better razor. I mean, I got the job done, but there's still hairs here and there. I don't know if you have to shave, but I would imagine it'd be more comfortable. That way you're not tugging on hairs, especially if you're a really hairy person. I'm not too hairy, but anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and open the salt here and take that off. Everything that you're seeing me do is out of my own stupidity. I will admit that right out the front. This isn't smart to do. You're gonna have a scar. You will more than likely have a scar. I'm gonna say that right off the bat. And also that everything you do is upon yourself. I am not responsible for any of your actions. Anything that you do, you're doing at your own free will. I'm just simply showing you my experience, whether it turns out positive or negative. You can learn off of me. So with nothing else to say, we can get started here. Here's the sterile gauze. Just went ahead and open up the box there. Oh, I did also clean my arm off real quick with the antibacterial soap, just to make sure it was clean area. I want to keep that to the side because I know I'm not going to use 2.1 yards or whatever it was. And also, if you've got someone else to help you out, that would be awesome. Just hit me with the gauze. It's very difficult sometimes to do this with yourself, but we'll manage. So I just go ahead and cut off a section here. Got that laid out. And I will probably work on this for an hour and see what it's looking like. I don't know whether or not I'm going to try and circulate throughout all of the tattoo or focus on the top mainly, because the top is the most difficult for myself, at least, because that's where the curvature of my wrist is, so therefore it's just a little bit more difficult to get. So yeah. So I've got a strip about that big. Just gonna go ahead and I'm probably not gonna show the entire process. I'm going to pause the video, that way you're not just seeing me for an hour do it and I don't have to kill my battery on my camera. And since we bought, ow, fuck, I just caught my finger in that. Since we bought some, come on, some cured cloth tape. I don't know if I showed you that or not, but yeah, cured cloth tape. Now, it might not look like I'm really doing anything, but I'm actually just pushing down fairly hard. That way I've got more force. The last time I did this, I focused on speed. I was trying to rub fast, and all that was doing was making my salt fall off too quickly. Come on, focus. There we go. You can see the salt on there. I can tell you already, I am starting to see little red dots of the skin breaking. So that is a huge, huge plus. Last time I did this, I didn't really notice any areas, oh man, any areas bursting open with red until about an hour into it. But from here, you can tell what I'm doing. I'm focusing on this top area. That's what I really want to focus on right now. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video and continue doing this. I'm probably gonna pop in a movie or something. That way I've got something to kill the time. And I will hopefully have some results for you. Okay, well, after an hour and about 15 minutes of doing this, I had just as bad as luck as last time. Go ahead and show you. Out of all that, this is all that I got. That's it. Right there. And as you can see, most of it didn't even get onto the area that has actual tattoo. Even though I continuously rubbed on this spot right here, I tried to get this right here, but it seems like just didn't want to get the areas that I wanted. Now you people might be saying, oh man, you stopped too soon, blah blah, you know, whatever. Like, no, I didn't stop too soon. People say that this is supposed to take 30 to 40 minutes, and I just did it for double the time. And when people do that for 30 to 40 minutes, they usually get a larger area done rather than just one little letter on their arm. So what I'll probably do from here is do a little bit of research on the TCA 50%, I believe is what it's called, the acid. I've seen a couple videos of that so far, not a whole lot, just because I've been more focusing on the salibration. To my understanding, the TCA 50% is relatively cheap. So yeah, we're probably going to go with that method next and see where it can get us. So until next time, I guess. Very disappointed.